want your revenge, you and me could write a bad romance. I want your loving as a lover's revenge, you and me could write a bad romance. Oh, 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 caught in a bad romance. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a Veve OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. And before we get started, everyone should check out Star Helix, Kyle Willson, Wendy Stibalis, Golden Assets, Puddin' Cheeks, Veve Las Vegas on YouTube. And also, y'all should check out, since we're at it, at EQ_crypto, at Not Star Helix, at AfroDroidLegends.com, YouStayGlassy.store, and at Wet Wizard Veve. Oh, and also, Hey David Don is going to be the king of the fridge for right now, unless any, or king of the freezer, I should say. He's the first person to ever get on the freezer, and we should be thankful that we have a David Don. He's like a Boo Radley, and the point that I'm trying to make is that every single streamer should have as many Boo Radleys as possible. So at Hey David Don, king of the freezer, if you want to get on there, let me know, shoot me a message, I'll tell you how. So, in this, I had a thought before, and the thought I had was, why isn't some of the older stuff doing as well as I think it should? I think we should have a, if you look at certain things like Star Trek, you know, like the Homer Simpson, like the Homer Simpson is a full Disney moment. That is a full Disney golden moment, and either, you know, one of two things is happening. Either you have a something that's seriously slept on. It's like, hey, this is a Disney golden moment. Yeah, I get there's 12,000 of them, and I get that it's you know, not animated, but it's the first appearance. There's no other thing before then that had a first appearance with two characters. It was short-lived because later in that week you had the Walt, you know, the partner statue, but that and the truck and the skateboard haven't done so well. The pizza truck, I should say. You know, Star Trek hadn't done so well. Even the, you know, the Ecto ones and the DeLoreans, and I have those. I have the Ecto ones. I have the DeLoreans. Why? Because I like cars, and they're cool. I like those movies, and I think a lot of people do. But right now we have a kind of a disconnect. A lot of people that are in this, but yeah, I'd say up to 40, you know, 45, 46, give or take. And there's a couple people that's a little bit older. But a lot of people that are in the NFTs, late 20s, early 30s, maybe even a little below then, maybe like early 20s. I mean, we have, you know, a bunch of younger people love it. And in the world, currently right now, United States, I think in Taps Trade's video, he said that United States is like not even the top 5 countries most invested in NFTs. It's like Singapore, China, a lot of Asia. And, well, a lot of them are, yeah, they're a little more technically literate over there, and they're not really, you know, yet in. And it is hard to predict what is going to be bigger in the future, because we have such a small, I get it, there's one and a half monthly active users, but there's still a pretty small pool to judge from. You know, a lot of the growth will come after localization. But when you have things that really go off the wall, like all the Marvel Secret Rares, none of them are below $1,000 anymore. Told y'all they were being slept on. Even something like Alligator Loki has not been in any major movies, hasn't had his own show, was just part of somebody else's show. But some new things, people just love. I mean, take I think it was like 10 or 15 years ago. I think it was it Lil Wayne, or it was some rapper, I forget who it was, happened to do like a duet with Paul McCartney. And on Twitter, people were saying like, oh, I don't know who Paul McCartney is, but he about to blow up thanks to like Lil Wayne, or again, whoever it was. I don't know who. And, you know, a lot of the older people was like, oh my God, these young people don't know who Paul McCartney is. And it goes to show you, like, most of the world would know who the Beatles are, you know, if they're at the time. Again, this was like 15 years ago. If they were over, you know, if they were, you know, late teens, you know, or early 20s and above. But if you were young and you didn't know who they were, well, people that you liked was, rappers. It was Taylor Swift, it was Avril Lavigne. They were the pop stars, they were the rock stars. Um, and what's going to happen in the next 20 years? I mean, The Simpsons right now, the Halloween special is something that I look at a lot, but they don't have like almost none of the same people that are on that show now that work on it were there when it first started. And I get it, it was 30 years ago, so I understand. But it's just some things kind of lose some of its, luster, lose some of its value. And, the world is not going to go backwards. Some people say to me like, hey, you remember when things were like great, and they kind of like, they don't change the channel from yesterday. It's like, yeah, before internet, for all that, and we had fun, we went outside, and we were, whatever. And I get it. I was born before, I had internet, and even when I got internet, it was still dial-up, so it wasn't that good yet. But in again, the world's not going to go backwards. What do you think the world's going to be like? I mean, Ghostbusters will probably be a thing, maybe if they keep remaking it. They remake it every few years. They made the one with Melissa McCarthy, which I heard was not good. I didn't see it yet, so I don't know. They made one with Paul Rudd, and I loved it. But some things that are just good storytelling. Disney's very good at that. Star Wars recently has been very good at that. With the Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett, been fantastic. Even like the Clone Wars, like that. But some things just don't do that. Simpsons are nowhere near as popular now as they were back in the day. People love it and they know who they are. But what I'm trying to say is I think there's a case to be made that certain things that are popular now, I get it, they haven't really like stood the test of time yet, like Mickey Mouse. But that's where I am placing my money. Placing my money on Secret Rare Alligator Loki. I'm placing my money on, I only have one Elsa, but I am going to sell my Homer for others. The biggest bets that I do have, that I have made, are Eddie Russo Batman and Secret Rare Alligator Loki. And obviously, again, some things stand the test of time, like Batman is because it's continuously popular. Not popular like Mickey Mouse because, Mickey Mouse hasn't really, again, I don't think anyone has commented at this point on any of my videos or my streams saying that Mickey Mouse is like, hey, this is what Mickey Mouse is in over the last few years. I get a couple of video games every now and then, King Mickey, or, is in Disney Arena, but nothing major. But a lot of the Marvel peeps, they're like the only movies to get, $1 billion. It is Disney movies, but, Mickey Mouse hasn't been a part of it. Batman, though, it's like a new Batman movie every few years. There's animated movies every few years. There's comic book, like they're still being made. I don't know if they made a Mickey Mouse comic, how many people would read it? So that's why I have 2 Rissos and no partner statues. That's why I have an Elsa and, I'm selling the Homer. So newer school, again, in certain things can be a lot better. And that's where I'm placing my money. Older things, sometimes they can be, again, Spider-Man is very old, a lot older than me. And I didn't spend 10 grand. I didn't spend the 10 or 20 or 30 grand. I only spent 3,200 on him. And he just happened to climb. So anyway, that's enough of me yabbing. I really want to go and see everyone's comments to see what they think about this. And maybe I'll do a video series on this at some point. Just said from the bottom of his horns, kind of looks like a bell. If you look underneath him, it's like it's a strap, which normal Loki doesn't have. I don't know if any of the rest of the Lokis have that strap that goes underneath with the horns, but Alligator Loki does. I thought that was interesting. I don't know why. Ray Grenade says, "What's up, fool? Yo, what's going on?" Dutch Omi says, "Yo, homies, how's it going?" Funky Cole says, "Good evening. Good evening, all. Howdy, howdy." Dutch Omi says, "Hello, Dashy." Henry Pagliuca says, "The Veve addiction is real." Whenever I do an escrow or I get so like I said, if you don't know, people will now have to pay 2 Alligator Lokis common for the bottom half of the fridge, and then they will have to pay either an ultra rare Alligator Loki or multiple Alligator Lokis for the freezer. There's fridge and then there's freezer. But every single thing that I get now. If it's enough, I'll get an ultra alligator Loki. If it's not, if it's just like 20 or 30 something dollars, I'll get the common. I have 43 commons right now, and here's the thing. I I don't sell these. Like I have not sold any Marvel. I have the secret rare storm on there for 35,000. And that's the lowest one because it's number 43. Number 42 is not going anywhere, and 41 is not. I know the person who got 42, and then number 41 is just not. Number 41 just isn't around. We've never seen it. But as once this gets to like, oh, Secret Rare Storm 1700. Once this gets to like 2500, I'll up the 43. I'll up the number 43 to like 40,000, 45,000 because I don't want people buying it. And I get it. Someone could troll, be like, oh well, screw you, I'm gonna buy it. And if it happens, it happens. But it's really more of just a flex. And I haven't really had any offers yet, so I think I'm safe for now. But I've been safe since it's between like 1,100 and 1,500. When it gets to like 2,500, that's when I'm probably gonna move it up. Crypto versus, hey Randy, how's it hanging? Yeah, it's going all right, just hanging out. Manu says he's still bullish on Earth 2. Absolutely. So let me show you something with Earth 2, and why I'm still so bullish. Now I've done videos and I've done posts where it shows you taking money out of Earth 2, me, Arya, Realty, King Tech Ops and all that. But I have $6,200 in there right now. That's specifically for Essence. Now I already have 32,000 Essence. And Essence, I'm hoping comes out at like 10 cents so I can buy a bunch of it. But I do, when somebody that works at Binance quits Binance for Earth 2, they leave Binance so they can go work for Earth 2. That is going to tell you, in my opinion, that they will get a Binance listing because it's a metaverse, and it's actually the biggest metaverse. They have, again, no other place has a 1-to-1 copy of Earth. Earth 2 is the first one. There's like After Earth and Earthium and all these other copycats, but they don't hold a candle. Nothing they can do. So I'm very, very bullish. Adagoku with the gator, howdy. Garrett says, what's that? Sarah says, howdy, y'all, howdy. David Davey says, hey, Randy, will you let me design a logo for you? I have so many people asking for it. I'm good right now, but thank you, though. I do appreciate it. Chris Combs says, I'm going to try to say it on the AMA. I don't know how to ask questions, but if you can you tell them the only way to beat bots is when the buy bottom? Guess that means buy button comes up between the notify and the description tab. Do you agree? No. I think that there might be multiple ways to beat bots. Well, one, I think they do a pretty good job at it. Any new bots that come in, or the accounts get frozen, the accounts get whatever, which is fine. But I don't have I never used them. You can look back in all my videos. I never used them. Even back when some people were like, "Yo, use bots. It's fine, it's fine." Before they said they banned them. What I did was I just used my finger. But again, there's always going to be new ways for bots to come out. There's always going to be new ways for bots to try to get there. The best thing that they can do, that any company can do, whether it's sneaker companies or it's video game companies or Comic-Con, is just, hey, we're going to go into a queue, and as bots come in, we'll try to fix what we can. But again, we see that all the time in at Comic-Con, sneaker companies, and all that. Gooseneck says, the floor for the sub 100 Spider-Man Secret Rare is now 150. Jesus. I remember when I made that post and I was telling like, hey, you know what, guys? There's a sub 100 Spider-Man for like $32,000, $48,000. Y'all should get it. I'm thankful that some people listened. Let's see what we got here. Let's go to the Spider-Man. I want to take a look-see. I think the normal Secret Rare is up over Yeah, it's 37 now. So Dr. Sal T Nuts. That's great. It's great. He's the floor right now. Now here's the thing. We had like 54 of them on the other day, and now there's 60 of them on sale. So that just tells me that people are willing to sell, but they're willing to sell at a higher price. Like they wouldn't they because the price hasn't gone down and the price has only gone up. I think that either suggests or confirms that they're hoping that they're not listing for the floor, and they're hoping that there's a run up and somebody buys like 3 or 4 of them at once, and they're like, oh, I bought it. I think that's what, or some people might just be flexing. Yeah, number 68, 426,000. Respect. And after that, that's insane. Jesus. Oh wait, yeah. So the Spider-Man Secret Rare sub 100 I saw for 468. I did not see a sub 100 for 150. Unless I'm tripping. Oh, you're right. You're right. Number 77. Number 77. Not bad. Not bad. Futurama would be tight. Oh, that'd be legit, right? Musketeer says, Randy, other than collecting the daily essence on Earth 2, is there anything else we should be doing to optimize our stuff? Outfit your tier 1 properties with mentars and jewels. Slot those jewels. Put mentars on them. That helps. That helps get you a little more essence. But either way, the amount of essence we're getting is decreasing because it's about to be. Oh God, I can't wait. It's about to be the crypto. Funky Coles says Veve NFTs first appearance and first editions will go to big names and/or NFTs with utility going forward. When you say they'll go to big names, like you think like corporations will buy them, like you think that like the owner of like Slim Jim or Miami Heat or whoever like Fortune 500 companies, like they'll buy them. I've done a video on this before that people will make funds specifically to go after some of these things. And not that this would get maybe as much money as the U.S. Constitution, but some of these would get some really interesting. Yeah, I think it'll be just funds. It'll be people creating funds for it, like 10 guys that work in an office. Like, hey, let's all put like 30 grand together and let's get a secret rare Spider-Man. And I don't mean like I mean in the future they're gonna put in like 30 grand each, and they'll get that there. They'll issue shares out, by themselves, and they'll do that before Wall Street gets in. Wall Street's kind of going to be like the last ones to get in because it's not, they're not going to do it. A lot of Wall Street didn't get into Tesla until it was in the S&P 500. It's like, that is so stupid. That is so freaking stupid, but whatever. Yeah, we can be a lot faster than Wall Street because there's no red tape with us. This is where we have such a big advantage. All the information that's out there, we all have it. They don't have this like looming power of us. Oh, we have the secrets because we know their delivery numbers and we know their profit and loss and balance sheets. Like we all know that now. We all know what movie is coming out, and we all know what characters are going to get really huge. Look at Storm. The reason why I have 5 secret rares. But anyway, so we all know that. But what we don't know is really how to. A lot of us never really worked together before, and I'm not saying, hey, try to pump something. I'm just saying, like, if there is something that is out of reach, there's a couple of people, a couple of friends, like, hey, let's just, there's three people, we'll all own 33% of it, or let's say it's worth 100,000. However much we put in to get there, I'm putting in 50, someone puts in 30, someone puts in 20. I own half, you own 30%, you own 20%, and we decide it'll sell at we could sell it at, if it's 100K right now, let's sell it at 250. And then when it sells for 250, I get 50, you get 30, you get 20, percentage wise, because that's what you put in. And as long as you get, an agreement drawn up, have like a quick lawyer look at it and, get it notarized, it's fine. And have the ability to have your shares be bought out. Be like, hey, I don't want to wait till it gets to 250. It's at 150 right now. Can somebody buy me out? And you can choose to be at a discount or not, whatever. I think that will happen. I don't think that's happened yet, but I think that will happen. Right now, I think there's a lot of gentlemen's agreements. Like, in random groups or whatever. Like, hey, respect that floor. You don't touch that floor. Let's shake hands. Let's buy up this, and then once we buy up this, and then we people start to FOMO and we'll start to sell. And as people are FOMOing into this, we'll take our profits. We'll go into something else. I guarantee you that happens. Guarantee it. So the only thing that I can do, again, I'm not trying to fight people or counteract that. It's just to let people know what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Because short term, I don't care what these do. Long term, we all know where they're going. Justin says, yeah, kind of sad we're never going back to the pre-internet days. I mean, you can just, my girlfriend's got a place in the Poconos, and what does she do? That's what, you go there, and it's great. There is no internet up there. There's no phone signal. That's why I haven't gone up there, is because I feel like I missed too much stuff. But you can go there, and it's like being back in the old days. You talk to each other. There's no phones. There's just a bottle of whiskey, and you guys are just enjoying nature. I feel like non-fungible wonderful when I'm up there out in nature, and get the dog out there. It's fun. It's a good time. Get some friends out there. It's great. So you could go back to pre-internet days. Not everyone has a house in the Poconos. You can go camping. You can do that. Camping, hunting, hiking. There's such a weird, I don't want to say weird, there's like a reward system in your body. And I don't mean just like working out, although I do mean that too. You feel great when you do it, after you do it. But I mean like actually being outside, running outside, hiking, like do it, working out outside. It feels so primal. It feels so good. It feels like, you can, I love it. So yeah, Justin, you can have those days, just up to you to do it. Hyplix, hi. Young Bruce Wayne says, what's your price prediction for Todd next year? We just got to this. I'll go to the end of this year. Figure, let's say we 10x the amount. So let's say we get, like 17, 18 million, even though I think we're going to get 20 million users, and then 50 million users by the end of 2023. I think that as we go and let's say 18 million new users that we get, 1% of 1% goes for Todd's. So that would be, 1% of 1%. So it'd be 1.8, so 180,000, but then out of 180,000, so 18,000 people would try to go for a Todd. And let's say half the people that have multiple Todds now, they sell a lot of theirs. Oh man, that could hit 10K. I don't want to say easily, but that'll hit 10K at some point this year, the Todd. First of the first, that's the first set. And I don't care that it, was at like 6,300 and now is at like 55. There's nobody that can really, you can't cash out of the app. A lot of people that want to go in, they're kind of like, oh, well, my money's stuck in there. And a lot of people that have a bunch of money, like in ETH, like, I can't buy it, I have to do that. No, like, they're just going to wait. People are waiting. NFTs in general are so hot. And these are, what's going to, I was talking to, somebody messaged me and they're like, hey, the channel Dumb Money, and it's a kind of like a couple middle-aged guys, and they're talking about, I think they're ex-Wall Street guys, talking about big trades that they're doing. It's like, yeah, we want to do that for Veve. It's like, it's a great idea. A bunch of middle-aged guys are like, yeah, I'm going to throw money into this. And, if you don't know NFTs, you're probably not going to invest because it's crazy. It's hard. It's hard in general to go get a MetaMask and figure out how it works and wrap Ethereum and then go to an OpenSea account and then send the Ethereum. It's ridiculous. And a lot of them are JPEGs. And honestly, I feel like a boomer. I do not understand. I went and I did a video yesterday or 2 days ago about Logan Paul selling that Woman of the World NFT for $750,000. I do not understand it. I know that I know the facts. I read the Discord. The portion of the proceeds go to charity, which is great. You can take your NFT that you have that was created by this artist and you can put it on a shirt, you can put it on mugs, you could sell that merchandising, and you get the benefits of, and if they decide to do that, like if a movie picks it up or whatever, not that a movie would, and that's a very small chance, but you can get some rights for that. You get voting rights and how much, when it sells, you get voting rights and say where you think it should go to charity, and then it's just the ability to flip your items. Like this is insane. I don't think that's worth it. You can't do anything with it. I feel like a boomer. Like you can't do anything with it, and I it's one of 10,000. Like what's gonna be around in 10 years? Maybe it is. And again, it's a good organization. I hope it is, but go to anyone else. Hey, I look, and you try to explain that to them. Anyone over the age of like 50, not happening. But if you go to someone, any type of hedge fund manager, whatever, be like, listen, you don't like a bunch of these NFTs and you think that, an ape smoking a bong is crazy. Maybe it is. I don't know. But Eminem buys it. Don't focus on the fact that they're apes. Focus on the fact that that's what's an NFT, but anything can be an NFT. And what if I told you Disney got in the game? What if I told you that Marvel, all of these billion-dollar movies that come out every single year from Marvel, they're in the game? And what if I told you that DC is in the game with Batman? And not only can you get all of them, it's very easy to do. You don't have to worry about setting up a MetaMask and crypto and an OpenSea account. You just go in and they're all on one platform. And if you're worried about the government, well, guess what? The United States Postal Service is also on that platform. And at some point, I don't even think they would go and assume that it is one company that has the licenses for all of these. They might have this like, oh, okay, well, where's this platform that I can go on? Say the Veve app. And they look into it like, wait, so one company has all of these? Once you go and you say that there's these big brand companies, there's a finite amount of these, kids are going crazy for them because you play with them in AR. Dr. Strange told me, I was on the big collectibles thing the other day, and he was saying that, hey, why he got into this a lot is because his kids have like every game system. And, they like it, they respect it, they're cool. But he said he hadn't seen his kids be this excited about something. They're in the backyard, they're playing with it, and he didn't know that the AR feature, happened. He went to his kids like, pick one collectible each, and that's yours. And they figured out in 2 seconds how to put it in AR. Like, oh, this is cool. And he's like, what's going on? And he's like, oh, and that's how he became kind of all in. Yeah, all it takes is just a couple of one person going to their buddies, be like, no, dude, seriously. Okay, that's it. So I would say the Todd 10K at some point this year, probably the first half of the year, and it might double again after that, because I think Eddie Riso gets to 50K. So yeah. VV Monster says Mickey is nostalgia. Mickey is for many their Pokemon. I mean, a lot of older people, yes. But where are most people nostalgic for Mickey? If they are, they're probably older people. Again, I'm trying to think, like, okay, Kingdom Hearts and Disney Arena and like Fantasia, I don't remember anything outside of in The Outsiders. Emilio Estevez has Mickey on his shirt. It's like, oh, come on, Mickey's on TV. And he's drinking a beer and he's having a large cake, and that cake looks amazing. That's it. Those are the only places that I know Mickey Mouse from. Fantasia, The Outsiders, Kingdom Hearts, and Disney Arena. I don't, maybe he's on like kid shows, but I don't see it. I just don't see where he's from. And obviously we know, and we'll respect the mouse and respect it, but as far as media, I haven't seen him really in anything. And again, if you is like, Chavez, you are missing this, and this, X, Y, and Z. And it's like, oh, okay, let me know. And if I like it, maybe I'll get an ultra rare Steamboat. I don't know. Mr. LG says, why are you going big on Loki? Not familiar with them. Loki in general or the alligator in general? I mean, it's just because there's so many variants, and that's the first one, and that's the most popular by far. Like, there's a reason, and Disney knows There's a reason why that was the first one, why that was the first Loki variant. Disney does not do anything by mistake. There's a reason why Spider-Man was their first one. And there's a reason why there's a reason why Storm was the first X-Men that they put on there. And there's a reason why Groot was the first one as well. Groot is very, very big with kids. Disney plays the long game. I mean, people my age probably like Drax. You know, Drax is cool. But Groot, there's a reason. There's a reason why they do everything. And I've gone over this so many times before. IGN.com on Instagram. Just IGN and spell out .com. Asked what's your favorite Loki variant, and I won't go crazy with this. I'll just show you real quick what it was. Oh god, I'm on the Disney app right now. Going on the Instagram. Go IGN.com, which has 3.4 million subscribers, or at least followers on there, which is great. And they asked people, about a week ago, from Sylvie's powerful magic, to classic Loki's glorious purpose, to alligator Loki's adorable little horns, who is your favorite Loki this year? And right next to our girl Sylvie, you have alligator Loki. And I'm not just going to show you the question. Like, he came before everything else. Look at all of the whole entire chat, the whole entire comment section for this is alligator Lokis, except for this girl who says Sylvie. Loser. No, I love Sylvie too. But that's it. It's not like, oh, hey, here's an alligator, and you know, you scroll down like 5, oh, here's another alligator. Every single person on here, more than 99%, is all about alligator Loki. You know, they did a series, a show on Disney Plus, The Making of Loki, and they had like a whole 5-minute segment in there on alligator Loki. Like, this is why. There is reasons. And he will be in other stuff. Mark my words, this is not the last time you see him in media. Tor Dalan says, any specific predictions or speculations for AMA tomorrow? They will talk about, they have to talk about Phase 3. If, like, we will, whoever gets up there, it's got to be their mission to ask about Phase 3. Do we have any updates? What is the timeline? I'm not asking you saying a specific date. Generally, are we going to get exchanges in Q1? That should be the main question that people ask, because that's a main question, at least for OMI. For NFTs, it's just, it is what it is. I mean, people ask about like accounts, they'll ask about MTL. MTL is important. You know, how many people are signed up for MTL? How easy is it to use and do? That type of thing. But I mean, and again, I'm a little not impatient, or maybe a little impatient on exchanges, because I have 116 million OMI, and I want to be able to put that on an exchange, at least a couple million, and sell. And I'll let you, and it wouldn't be all at once. It'd be like, sell a couple 100,000 here. So, you know, give or take on the way up. So that should be that. Those are really the two big things. Irvin Flores says, "You're Shake and Bake says, would you rather have an ultra rare Steamboat Willie or ultra rare animated Spider-Man?" Spider-Man. Flickerbit says, just bought another bag of OMI, trying to load up as much as I can before more exchanges come on board. Get that bread. Irvin Flores says, what is Earth2? Earth2 is one of the biggest metaverse games out there. You can buy land, buy virtual property with it. It's insane. It's addicting. There's multiple ways to make money. There's land income tax. There's referral code. There's the selling of land. Eventually, you'll be able to rent out your property. It's so nuts. Joseph says, Dashi is our logo. Dashi is the best logo. Pixel Trader says, how many more Lokis do you plan to buy after selling Harley Quinn? Do you think more pet Avengers will be added and pump as well? Love the super sneaky high-risk reward play. Thank you. Well, they've done Throg, and Alligator Loki, again, because he's new, he's not part of the pet Avengers. But Disney likes to do that. Like in the last episode of Boba Fett, they made up new creatures, they made up new worlds just for that one episode. So Disney is planning on expanding a lot of different things. And I don't know if Hey David Don on Twitter has any opinions on that, but I would think that Star Helix, Kyle Willson, Wendy Stibalis, Golden Assets, Puddin' Cheeks, and Veve Las Vegas on YouTube, maybe they should do a video about Boba Fett. I don't know about EQ_crypto or at Not Star Helix, but they should, or at Wet Wizard Veve, they should make some posts about that. But I think at some point I'll be able to rent out my secret rare alligator Lokis because there's so few of them. It's the fewest secret rare that Marvel has, and from renting it out, I can go on AfroDroidLegends.com and I could buy some stuff. I could also buy some awesome glassware at YouStayGlassy.store. But what was the question again? Forget. Oh yeah. I would probably. It depends what it is, because the Loki has gone between 1,200 and 1,700 a couple of times now. If it goes back down to 1,200, I would totally get one. If I could sell the Harley Quinn, which that's the other thing. Harley Quinn's not moving, and now he's back at 1,500. Should I get number 724 at 1,590? I don't like how they do that. Honestly, if I had it right now, I would skip the 724 and the 515 because I hate it when people put 1,500. Oh no, actually it's 1,599. Go heck yourself. I'd much rather pay the 290, get number 290 for 1.6 or 1625. If you do like 16, if it says 1.6 and it's 1650 and below, that's fine. Give you the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. So I would I would get one, but a lot of it is going to be the ultra rare alligator look, because those are still so undervalued in my opinion. Actually, those bumped up. They're up to 190 now. They're still not. That's still the cheapest ultra rare that you can get in Marvel. So that's why I like that. The secret rare Storm got a big bump too. I was trying to get more of her. 1,600 now for her. I don't. That's the issue when you tell people your ideas. Just go and buy them, and it's like, forget you, guy. I'm gonna take your info and run with it. If I tried to be like a scam artist, I'd be the worst one. I just tell them, "Hello, sir. This is what we're gonna do today." And number 96 is the cheapest sub 100 for that. So at the cheapest sub 100, that's a lot. And I go through these a lot. The cheapest secret rare right now, sub 100. None of them currently are worth it according to the formula. One of the sleepers I do think is Captain America. Now the secret rare is still double of what Deadpool and Storm is, but it's Captain America, and I get it. He's not a first appearance. He's not even a first edition, but he's so cool. He is so cool. All right, moving on. But yeah, a lot. I'd probably get a bunch of ultra rare Lokis. I might get a Todd, to be honest. If I can't get a Riso, if I can't get a third Riso, I might get a Todd. I have one already, but I would definitely get another black and white Harley Quinn, the first appearance one. Yeah. BB Monster said, list your Gator for $5 million and no worries that someone will buy it. Yeah, no, I know. I don't have any of my Gators listed. It's the secret rare Storm that I have listed just to flex. Yeah. You Chicken says, what are your thoughts on the Voltron set? Do you believe it's undervalued? See, that's the other thing. Voltron, I was expecting, I brought on this Voltron specialist, like, hey, which one's going to be worth the most? And they did not do good at all. They did not do well at all. That did not do so good. So, I don't know. It's definitely cheap. You definitely get it for cheap. But, if you can get it for cheap, then why is everybody selling it so cheap? I just think it's not that popular right now. I think if you were going to go and get, I don't know. I don't think that's a set that I would touch right now. I mean, if you want to just buy it, set it, and forget it, and be like, oh, hey, if these become animated, or if we're going to be able to use them in the Veverse, yeah, sure, by all means. Go and if you like them, definitely go all in. Not all in, but get it. As far as investment standpoint, though, that's not something I would right now. Lori Brenner says, "Did you catch what went on last night with White Pack stabbing Labbit last night?" Question. Yeah. So someone seemed to buy all of the Labbit. It's it went up crazy to like 3,500 give or take, or I guess 4.9 if that's how high they went, and there was so few left, and then they went back down. I mean, I understand that there's a lot of wants. Or there's a lot of hype right now because Frank Kozik wants to work with the extra larges and he wants Labbits to be breedable. And I don't really know what that means. I think they're going to make new Labbits if you have them. And maybe there's only a certain amount of new Labbits that you can make with combinations of each other. But you're not going to be able to make the same because there's only 888 of those ultra rares. I don't think you're going to want to be able. I don't think you're going to be able to take that. And create a whole new one. So there's an 889. I think it would be, you could create a new Labbit. So there is some hype with that, but just because something can go to OpenSea doesn't mean it's going to be like the best. I think a lot of the artists will go to OpenSea, and they'll be the first ones to go. How many of them pay? I think the extra larges, maybe I should have bought one of those. Honestly, if I sell a Harley Quinn right now, maybe those extra larges are something that I should look into because they've got, even if they breed, like what happens to really, Moon, it's the Bored Ape Yacht Club, and there's a bunch of other apes, and I don't know why I'm not seeing these here. Oh, it's in Decon week, that's why. And it looks like Harambe, at least the black one. So if you go to Decon and you go to the extra larges, the Little Friends black, the black and white, 109 of them. It was less than 10%, 624. Not too bad. The ultra rare is the silver one. That one's 1,000. So you can complete the first two for less than 2,000. It's just the secret rare is like, now these were at like 7.8 thousand at some point. They're 6.4 now. And that if I were to buy these, this would be like a short to medium term move. Like I would not keep this forever. Like I'm very hesitant about going all into Marvel because I don't sell Marvel. So then if I did need money, like God forbid, OMI to NFT and going on exchanges is delayed and suddenly I have no money and I need it. Okay, well then I have to sell something. Let's see what the Wonder Womans are at, because those are still 444. I think that's a little undervalued as well. Again, just my opinion. Oh, Akomi tweeted. And so Crypto MF says, hey, when cash out, I don't want to cash all out. In fact, I want it more so items dip temporarily so I can fill my bags. Alex G says cash out is in beta testing now. More updates in tomorrow's AMA. So that's something they will. LK says, and with that will be the end of the mouse mat meme with the guy who always asks about cashing out every post. Nakomi says the end is near. I love Akomi so much. Okay. Oh, wow, there's another. Oh, okay. Alex, yeah, cash out is in beta testing. I only share it because I'm so harassed for MTL when I do not even work for BP. Yes, that was funny. All right, moving on. Tout goes, there might be a comic pump soon. I've actually noticed a little bit of a comic pump recently. The comic pumps, and again, they haven't gone crazy like the some of the collectibles have, but there's been two of mine that I have. So the Amazing Spider-Man 1 I've seen. Actually that went down. Oh, so that went down. That was like 9.8 the other day, and now it's like 8.7. So it's probably a decent one to get. Not financial advice. Maybe I should pick up a Young Avengers one. Not a secret rare. I don't have Oh, it's only $323. Young Avengers are going to be so good. Oh, hey, look at that. Oh, yes, Kate Bishop. Maybe I should. I don't know. But she'll be on the Young Avengers as well. So the Fantastic Four #5, Doctor Doom, which I paid like $3,600, give or take. That's about 35, so that stayed the same. But that was down to like 2,729. The one that did pump that I was excited about is the one that I spent like 6,600 on. It's Fantastic Four #1. And it's 8,200. So again, nothing super crazy. It's not. I think that was also at like 9K or 10K at some point. We have to wait for comic people to get in, which might take a while. Mauricio Arlano says, "Show your Veve vault." It's really not good. I'll show it, but it's like I'll let you guys know right now. It is not good. Veve Monster says, "When it comes to buying shares of an NFT, we won't need lawyers. Able to draw up a smart contract." That's a good point. Execute on the terms everyone agrees to. That is a really good point, Veve Monster. You do be using your brain though. You do be using your brain. It's just saying downloading the files right now. Yeah, but I do not have good creativity in my vault. Like I'm sit on Chavez's lap right here. I literally have, oh god. So I have Spider-Man. Oh god. I'm getting dizzy. I'm sorry. I have a Deadpool there. I have a thing, Red Skull, and then I got a floating Groot. Oh, Deadpool's dancing, and I got a floating Groot, and then I got a an alligator Loki next to some other things. So it's really not exciting. Sorry to disappoint. Justin says, "We out in nature." Rena Kruger says, "Hi Randy. Would you buy the ultra rare Storm right now?" Well, the ultra rare Storm has grown by like 80% in 2 weeks, which again I know is probably what it needed to do. Storm in general, I think, is undervalued. Again, short term, I don't know. Long term, maybe. Now, why do I say that? Now, she'll most likely be in Black Panther 2. She's the first X-Men on here. And again, they're having her be Black Panther in the comics, which is nuts. Absolutely nuts. Oh, actually, this is doubled. I only have one. So 370 is a floor. Let's say 740. Let's say about 1480 should be the sub 100 floor. And you can only get around one for that. Yeah, it's $14.99. And I wouldn't buy that just off principle. You cannot get anything that is sub 50. You know, number 46 is 18,000 if you want to get that. Which I would say probably not worth it right now. Maybe 4,400, 4,300 would be worth it, but yeah, not right now. Actually, yeah, no. You know, the number 70 is probably properly rated at $14.99 because there's not a ton of them out there. I'm gonna delist my Storm right now to be able to go and check out what because the 95 on there right now from edition low to high. Hey, okay. So I have to delist it. I have to X out of it. Oh, this is annoying. And then I have to go back to Veve. Veve Vision says, "You eat what Mario eats? Mushrooms?" Yeah, sometimes. Veve Vision says, "Also, when do you think Veve will start marketing? Because once Veve gets out more, I definitely see them out competing pretty much all the JPEGs." Yeah. I think they'll start marketing in Q2. Q2 is definitely when I am going to see them start pumping. Okay, so X-Men, Secret Rare, 94 for sale. Sort low to high. Oh, there's number 42 up on sale for 33,000. Interesting. Lewis Morgan's got 55 for 8,700. Yeah, the cheapest one. Yeah, it's not worth it. Its cheapest one is 4,900, which right now, let's say about 3,700 to 4K is probably worth it, and then maybe 12K sub 50. But you can't, the cheapest is Lewis Morgan might actually want to sell his, because that is not, I mean, Lewis Morgan has two. Yeah, he's got two that he's probably looking to sell. Number 77 and 55. He's got out there for 7,500 and 8,700. And those are the ones, the cheapest one sub 94. Because it's a 96 for 4,900. So yeah, Lewis Morgan's probably looking to sell. If there's a number 42 out there at 33, I feel fine with mine being 35. So I'll relist mine for 35. My number 43. That's fine. Actually, I don't know. I'm just gonna take mine off. I'm not even gonna put mine out there. But yeah, they'll probably start marketing really in Q2. They probably want localization first, and they want to be on exchanges. Joe says, I'll never sell my Elsa. My 4-year-old daughter would be pissed. I understand that 100%. Damn, the name on the fridge really compliments your eyes. Thank you. Gracias. Your name will be bolder after Sunday. Okay, moving on. Yeah. Albie Gonzalez says, I suspect Randy is the true creator of Veve. Now, 2018 was a very rough year. I was definitely not thinking about NFTs then. I am not. I promise. Wibbits Run says, AMA, OMI token swap news. Let's go! Or no? I hope so. I think that, again, they haven't done an AMA in about a month. And they had said that, soon as the new year happens, we're going to start the token swap. So if we are to believe them, the token swap, I'm hoping it has already started. And if it has, great. I'm very pleased. If not, if they say, hey, yeah, because of X, Y, and Z, we're going to have to start it in February, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to, am I Tony Stark after Thanos throws a moon at him? I'm going to lose it. I don't know, man. V Vision says, definitely agree with you about Mickey nostalgia stuff popularity. Flickerbit says, hit that like button. Oh, that's a great idea, Flickerbits. I'm going to go, onto my YouTube channel, and I'm going to go and smash that like button. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, now. Hey, now. And Daniel Lee has a video saying VV staking can cause OMI to hit $1. I think if VV hits $1, it won't be because of staking. It would probably be because of a lot of utility. And staking, I don't think, would really give us that much. But yeah. I got VV Vision says 80 watching, and only 29 likes. Oh, we're up to 50 likes now. Thanks, guys. Albie says, you guys need to come to Orlando, Florida. Mickey is king. It's a good point. Mickey, I would not be surprised if somehow Disney got the rights to Florida Man, and they make Florida Man like a sympathetic character. Like, oh, he's just misunderstood. So that people go to Florida. Like, the more people go to Florida, the better for Mickey. So, that would make sense. Double C says, Mickey's House Clubhouse is huge for kids as infants. Mickey House Clubhouse. All right, let's take a look at this. Mickey House Clubhouse is an American animated series. Unfortunately, there was only one season in 2006, but I guess that just keeps repeating. Okay, that's good. It's good. Oh no, there's 4 seasons. I don't know why. Oh, the first episode appeared in 2006. Interviews through stories, play along, sing along. Okay, all right. That's fair. That's fair. Oh, that's smart. Smart of Disney. Oh, Disney Junior. Okay. Wonder why I never heard of it, but that makes sense. That makes sense. I hope that continues. Kids need good, wholesome stuff. Sean Gill says, should I sell my Secret Rare Marvel 1 and Spider-Man 1 and dump all into OMI after MTL, bro? I would sell most things for OMI, but am I Meatloaf? Because I won't do that. No, I won't do that. I would not do that. I would. There are most other things that I would sell for OMI that are not those. Yeah. Anthony Cervantes says, bro, 2 people undercut you on Harley. Also was able to find your account that way. Ha ha ha. So the Harley Quinn, I was already, I put it above. I didn't put it as the floor. I did put it as one above the floor. But if there's 2 people that undercut, maybe I started a trend, and a bunch of people are listing. Because there was 24, 25, so there's, 11,988. All right. I'm going to edit the sale. I'm going to remove the listing. And I'm going to see, so now that I removed it, there is, yeah, there's 11,9 and 12,7. I removed mine. I had number 230, so I thought that might have meant something. Apparently not. Honestly, getting a sub 100, number 75 for 18.5 doesn't look too bad, in my opinion. Just saying, because the next sub 100 is number 53 at 20K. Honestly, if I'm gonna spend 18.5 on something, I'll just spend the extra 1,500 and get number 53. But again, just my opinion. Armando Pardillo says, I would like someone to bring up buybacks at the AMA. Have you heard anything? Yes. Buybacks are done sporadically. Whenever they probably did buyback recently, because the price dropped a lot. Mauricio Arellano, hold on a second, says, hey Randy, would you be interested in buying some collectibles from me for OMI? I do not sell my OMI. I do not give away my OMI, even if I use it for purchases. So I'm sorry. D Supreme says, the biggest problem with Voltron is that the DreamWorks version, there's a lot less details than the original and doesn't look as cool as the original. Ah, man, that's rough. That's rough. Dan Kaiser, should I sell some stacked Mermicornos I have right now from Season 1? I already got rid of my Unicornos and Mermicornos for other things, but Tropicanas are over $100. I actually had to change. Well, I didn't have to. Nobody demanded it. I just did it for the good of the people that rent out space on my fridge. It used to be 1 Tropicana per month, but now that she's over $100, I was like, all right, cut you guys a deal. Let us renegotiate and let me do 2 common alligator Lokis. I like Lokis better, and 2 common alligator Lokis are only $80 as opposed to 1 Tropicana that's worth like $107. So you're welcome. And I'm growing, so you're getting a lot of good stuff. And you guys are growing too. Real Randy, Dan K says, what do you think about the elf Labbit? He's a kind of cheap, under 60 if they're breedable. Again, to be able to have fun with breeding and just learning how the mechanics are, I think that is a good skill to have. Because maybe at some point in the future, some other things are breedable. Pokemon? I mean, Pokemon has... You can breed them. At least you can breed them in the games. But I would say that'd be brilliant if they said, hey, you can breed them. It'll cost you some OMI, though. Oh, that'd be amazing. Again, you can do anything. You do Raticate and Arcanine. Then you get if you get a male Arcanine, a female Raticate, it'll come out a male Rattata, most likely, and it'll know the dad's move. So Rattata will learn Flame Wheel. It's amazing. Rattata! Okay. But it's probably worth it to find out how breeding works and to know the mechanics of it, because that's probably a good skill to have. So yeah, if you want that, get that. Especially if you're good, but you need two because they should be able to breed with each other. Yes, they should be able to do the breeding with each other. Oh, yeah, super chat. It's from M saying, "Heyo, if you could facilitate finding someone to sell me a 3-digit Todd for 6,500 right now, I'll offer you 5% finder's fee. Thoughts? Sell you a 3-digit Todd for 6,500. Well, let's take a look at the Todds and see what they are right now. I mean, take a look. If it is fair, then I will. Ooh, 3-digit. So any 3-digit Todd. It would have to be like an OMI or USDT. There's honestly the cheapest one right now is 9,000. Although, let's just put 0.7. You know, again, because you could buy gems pretty cheap. That 9K might be, that 9,000 might, you know, I don't know. That 9K might be a fair price for gems, but if you can buy gems really cheap, so there's 100. If I can get someone to do that, if they agree to it, yeah. I'll let you know. So if someone, if I know somebody that's looking to do that, most likely they won't, because after that one, the next 3-digit one is 10,900. So it's not a crazy difference. I'll keep my ears peeled. Ears peeled. I guess I'll keep a listen out for you. Ivan Anderson says, "Do you think IMX will be ready before Phase 3? Hope I can sell for ETH and buy OMI." You mean like, are the NFTs going to be able to sell? Well, that's part of the token swap, so probably not. I think they need to be. I think they're one and the same. You know, the token swap, because then you're gonna sell for OMI. I don't think they're gonna be able to have you sell for ETH. I think it's just gonna be because again, if the biggest holders of OMI are going to be the owners, why would they want their token, which they have billions of, if not tens of billions of, why would they want their token to not be utilized as much as it could? Why would they give that to another token? They would want it for themselves. So most likely you will not be able to sell for ETH. Maybe on OpenSea you will, but on the app it's probably just going to be OMI. Dozen says, "I watched my Hulk ultra rare comic fall from 900 to 100. Oh, this is why I do not. Whenever I get something, I sell it as soon. If I were to get something on the drop and it's like an ultra rare, I'll sell it as soon as it, hits the market. As soon as the market opens, and then I'll buy back down. So it always happens." Jeremy Olson says, "Is Hitmonkey not too popular? I was debating if I should buy or not." I love him, but most other people, no, they don't. Like again, he reached like 15,000 at one point, and it's like he's like 2,500 now, 2,600. So people do not like him. I had like a 2-hour podcast on why I loved him and why I thought he was going to be really big, because he is a really cool character, but people just don't seem to be connecting with him. So. $2,500 right now to buy the secret rare, I would probably not buy Hitmonkey. And again, that's right now. I will buy it at some point when OMI moons. Now, most likely, I'd have to pay more than that for it. But when OMI moons, I would go and buy one. Not because I think it's like a great investment, just because I like it. I love the comic. Love the character. So I will, but it's not a financial decision. It's just because I like it. And right now, I'd buy a couple of ultra rare Lokis. I'd buy a first appearance Harley Quinn, and I would buy maybe probably a secret rare Storm. Also, that would probably be, that's about close to that amount. Splint says, "Yo, Randy, picked up ultra rare Captain America number 60." Wait, hold on. You picked up ultra rare Captain America for number 64 for 1900. Should I flip it for Todd? If yes, what price? That is a great price you got it for. Let me take a look here. Even Captain America, those ultra rares are really boss. So 779, and there's so out of 2,500, there is at 2,500 there is 250 and 25. So there's less than 5% of them on there, and I think 3,100 ish is probably going to be a good price, sub 100. But for the Captain America, you just, how did you get that? The cheapest sub 100 is $5,000. Now it's not moving, but still, it's $5K. Mr. Pags has number 41 and 42. How the heck did he get that? It's hard to say. You got number 64. Yeah, if you list that for $5K, it might move, but if you list it for like 3,500, that would probably get bought up. Because 31.2 is probably or 31.20 is probably the correct pricing right now. But if this goes up to $1,000, then that changes a lot. Changes like 4K. So I would say list between like if you're not 100% into a rush right now, put it for 5K. If you are, I'd put it for like 4, and then see what happens. Peter VDB says, "What's up, Randy? What's going on?" Then we got Cool Sheet saying, "What's up, R-Dog? I've not landed a drop since Groot, but I'm a hodl OMI and Veve drops during the crypto winter. Wake up a multi-millionaire in 2024. Meet up at the Chavez Papua New Guinea Zoo in 2025. That'd be great. Yeah, that'd be fantastic. I'd love to have you." Justin says, "Paper Dan FOMOing over staking." I mean, whatever gets people to buy. Dustin Thompson says, "Mickey Mouse Clubhouse is huge. Didn't know until I had kids." That's good. Maybe so. I'm hoping that continues, and in like 10 years, people like really love Mickey Mouse again. I think that'd be good. John Toe says, "It's good to complete sets for Master Collector Program." All right, so I could be 100% wrong here, but I don't think I am. Okay, every 6 months, you will be able, or you can wager your Master Collector Program points and say, I'm gonna, I've accumulated all of these points. I'm going to use them to try to get a drop. And if you wager them, you have to be the person that wagers the most points. If you wager the most points, then you say, like, okay, good. This drop is $100, and there's a blind box. Let's say there's a secret rare that you really want to go for, and you say, okay, good. There's 2,500 secret rare, and 100 of these spots are given away to people like you. So, what would you like the secret rare? Would you like to comment on? What have you? And the person will most likely go for the secret rare because that's going to be worth the most. And say, okay, cool. You've won enough points. There's 100 people like you. So now out of the 2,500 secret rare, there's only 2,400, which is fine. But that means that there's only 100. There's only 100 people that could get that, right? So now that we are, what are we? We're 1.6, 1.7 million of us. If you have 1% of us at 16,000, so the top 1% of accounts, which all probably have 50 plus 60 accounts. Again, the top 1%, that's 16,000. So if you have 16,000 spots open, which you're not going to have for a drop, you're not. Like if they have even like a small drop with saying like, okay, we're going to do 10,000 comic mints. They're not going to give all those spots away to people that are going to wager their points. They're just not. Because then I guarantee you everyone will be like, I can't get any of these drops that are really cool because the top 1% of people are taking all the spots. It would only be a certain amount that they would give away. Maybe 5%. So if you have something with like 10,000 or even 30,000, okay, well, what's 5%? Well, that's about 1,500 people. That, when people are trying to go for Pokemon or Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter, like there's pretty much zero chance that any of us will be in that 1% of 1% of 1% to try to get those. So I don't care about Master Collector Program points because there's so many people. You would have to be in such a high echelon of collecting that you're accumulating those, and you're going to be able to compete with everybody else. You have to compete with the Ray Fixies. You have to compete with, if you take a look at Wet Wizard Veve, you take a look at Wet Wizard Veve right now. You go on the Twitter. I will get to that super chat in 1 second, but I just want to prove a point. Wet Wizard. Oh God, I put Wet TV. I don't know. Right. Wet Wizard. This is why. So I don't get excited. This person has 90 sets. Okay. So you're competing with Ray Fixie. You're competing with Wet Wizard Veve. You're competing with Henry Pagliuca. You're competing with Dr. Profit. You're competing with people with thousands of collectibles. We're not getting any of those. We're just not. So that's why I'm not saying I'm not a big fan. I'm just not. I don't care about Master Collector Program points because I know I won't be able to use them, in my opinion. Kobe Collect says, my guy Randy, how you doing tonight? Are we eating? Are we staying hydrated? What's going on? Talk to me. So after the gym, I went and I got I had a protein shake, and then what I had to do, because my friend where I usually go to print out these print out my Patreon member shout outs and print out everything else, nobody I knew had a working printer or toner. So I went to Staples and I printed out at Hey David Don up there because he's the big kahuna on the freezer, everyone else on the fridge. And I said, I went to this computer and I typed in Star Helix, Kyle Willson, Wendy Stibalis, Golden Assets, Puddin' Cheeks, and Veve Las Vegas for YouTube. And I printed out at EQ_crypto, at Not Star Helix, and at Wet Wizard Veve as well for the Twitter. And then I also printed out AfroDroidLegends.com and YouStayGlassy.store. So that's what I did. And then I had another. Oh no, this is not the other one. I had another one of these, and then I had Taco Bell. I'm gonna do a Patreon member shout out because it's been a while. Let them know that we're still rock and roll. I don't care about my makeup. I like it better with my jeans all ripped up. I am a mother flapping princess. You say, so what? I don't care if I'm a misfit. I like it better than that hipster bull. You still love me somehow. Okay. But yes, Kobe Collects. My night is going pretty good. I hope you're doing well, and I hope that everything's going well for you. Thank you for the super chat, my brother. Where was I beforehand? Oh God, I completely lost where I was. That was Papua New Guinea, Rahandan. Pixel Pudding says, hey Randy, didn't Veve burn a bunch of common and uncommon Captain America recently? When they update the number of mints in the description. You're right, they did. It wasn't recently, it was like a couple months ago, but they did do that. Because a bunch were left in the store, and now guess what? They're worth a lot, which is great. Dan Chawbell says, did you like alligators growing up? Well, I love Steve Irwin. I love Crocodile Hunter. He was when you have somebody, again, I loved animals in general, and when you have somebody who's on TV, what they do with their lives is helping animals. That just spoke to me so much. I went into the veterinary field because of him. I was a veterinarian assistant for like 9 years before I joined the military, and I fell in love with it. But I loved it a little too much because I had this what do you call it? Sometimes you do everything right and animals don't make it. So it's like, oh, my heart. I had to leave. I couldn't do it anymore. And now my life, and all the money I'm going to make is dedicated to animal conservation. A lot of it's because of him. And it's because, and So maybe that's why subconsciously I really love Alligator Loki, because it reminds me of the Crocodile Hunter. So maybe then. And M with that 499 super chat saying, "Heyo, if you can facilitate finding someone to sell me a 3-digit Todd for 6,500, I'll offer you 5% finder's fee. If I could find one and they are willing to do it, by all means, I will 100% do it." Somebody's asking, cool. I'm just streaming right now. Can we do it later? Okay, moving on here. Oh, wow, we got another super chat. So thank you all so much for that. I'm going to see what it is. It is Splint saying, "Appreciate your breakdown." Ah, thanks, man. Hugs. Y'all are my bays. Love y'all. Where was I? Ramsey Chaban says, "Did you see the VP of Chaosium saying the Call of Cthulhu set will be having some sort of utility?" Yeah, the book is the Book of the Dead. Like, there's a QR code in there, and I think you're gonna be able to read the pages. I think that can do something at some point. And Sarah Gassara says, "What do you think about the physical Todds?" I think they're really cool. And if I was a big boy, if I had room in my place, I had a real apartment, I'd probably get one. I'd probably get Bane. I'd probably get that one. I'd probably get Bane and maybe Nightwing, because those are just awesome. And I know a bunch of people that, I don't say they weren't collectors before, but they didn't collect that specific thing, and now they're getting the physical statues to match their digital statues, and it's cool. It's really interesting to see. But yeah, I think I'm very curious to see people that used to collect those, or that still do, that actively collect them. They're like, why are these going up so much? Why are suddenly, I can guarantee you there's this Batman professor, 50 of these were bought in the last couple of weeks. 50 of them weren't bought all of last year. Damn it, Turner, it just doesn't make sense. I can picture two guys going back and forth, drinking a few beers in the basement, what is going on here? We're probably just confusing the hell out of everybody that collects those physical ones. M says, "I have the gems now. Thanks. Cheers, mate." Cheers, mate. Dustin Thomas says, "Are we going to be able to take the shirt off Deadpool?" I assume so. Think the secret rare is going to blow up long term. So, yes, and I will tell you why. Somebody was on my... It would be cool if they had a... No, that was a different one. Oh, it wasn't a screenshot, that's why. Okay, so I'm going to go into my camera, and I'm going to show you... Okay. Yeah, okay. According to the Akomi white papers, and I quote, "Each NFT is provided with an associated URI, which links that NFT to a set of metadata, which includes the collectible name and links to the NFT's various digital assets, such as clothing, props, etc." End quote. So I think that in the future, we'll be able to take off the clothes and put on other clothes. Imagine being able to go and put Doctor Strange's cape, which is on Spider-Man currently, the Zombie Hunter Spider-Man, and putting it on Deadpool. That cloak of levitation, putting that on Deadpool, and putting Deadpool's Christmas sweater on Spidey. You have, Spidey wrapped up in somebody else's webbing, and then you have that. Let's say a Venom. If you played Marvel vs. Capcom, right, and the two middle buttons. An 8 hit, he wraps them up in a web, and they could do something like that, and then as he's tied up, Deadpool put the costume on, put that sweater on. I think something like that will be possible in the future. S4NJ1 says, "Senses Fail or Taken Back Sunday?" I actually don't know too many of either of their songs, so I would have to say I don't know. Sorry. Then we got Nick Brad says, "Should I just sell my car for OMI at this point?" Totally joking. If I had a car that was worth anything, I would sell it. That's what I would do. Not joking. Double C says, "I think the FUD around STW, Steamboat Willie, has to do with the time Veve made the drop. It had been dropped earlier. It had the first appearance hype. It would be the tops on all of Veve." There's a chance, yes. But it doesn't have that first appearance. That goes to the partner statue. That partner statue is probably one of the best bets that you could make on here. That is a blue chip. S4NJ1 says, "Oh wow, the legendary wet wizard is on the famous fridge." I know, right? I'm just barely fitting everyone in there, but on Sunday I will be able to go and get him to be on one thing, so I can fit other people if they want to join on the fridge. Freeze is a whole different echelon. Dan K says, "When do you think the Master Collector program will come?" I don't know. Later this year at some point. John Smith says, "You know what's interesting about the whole market pump and undervalued collectibles and season one pump? Ghostbusters. How does nobody ever talk about the Ghostbusters?" So I did talk about them earlier before. They're cool. I like them. I have all the Ecto ones. Got that set. Not that it's that hard to get that set, but I like it. And I like the new movie. The new movie is really good. Like it's really like it's got like a little bit of like a Stranger Things feel, and there's even one of the kids from Stranger Things in there. And it's a good movie. I like Paul Rudd. I like the kid's mom. She's kind of cute. I like older women, so and it's just it's fun. Like it's a fun movie. Like I went to see it with the girlfriend, and we had a good time. And actually, if you go and if I go to my photos and I scroll down to my Veve, right? Veve, documents, pictures, Twitter. I was able to put the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in the lobby. It was great. It was a good time. That's one of those things that's really fun to do. It's fun to play with your collectibles in real life. But it's just I don't know how well the movie did. It did tease another movie, which I thought was really cool. I think it'd be great when we get that, and I hope it revitalizes it. But I don't know. And I love the originals, or the original, I should say. Rick Moranis, so great. I don't know. It's just there was too much of a disconnect, or there's too much time that went on between that and this. I think the same thing kind of happened with it also. And I trust me, I love those movies. But it was good. 2017 was great for horror, but I feel like it didn't really catch on as well as I would have liked or I would have hoped. Again, maybe it's because we're so used to seeing Marvel and them having these giant billion-dollar movies. Even the ones that some people don't necessarily like Lion King and Aladdin and all that. And I'm talking about the newer ones. The older ones are fantastic. The newer ones they were just different, and they just didn't seem. I don't know. It was just different. Kurt says, "What's up, Randy? How you doing, my bro?" I'm doing well. Thanks, man. Kurt says, "I have my gems ready for a resale, but I'm having mixed feelings now. Should I invest it in Wonder Woman and wait till it goes to 1K and use part to get a resale, or get now before supply runs out? Also having the feeling that something big is coming soon and I should have my gems instead." So it is a risk. And what I tell everyone is you have to decide what is going to hurt you less. Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. If you go and you buy a bunch of Wonder Woman, at some point those will go up. They will. First appearance Wonder Woman, they will. But will they go up a significant amount for you to sell them in a significant? Because you would have to buy a lot, and then you'd have to sell a lot. Because if you have 14,000 gems, you'd have to sell a lot. Is it going to go up enough? I think that's really risky, just because of the amount of Wonder Womans you would have to buy and then have to sell. The other day I bought a Harley Quinn, because it was like $585. I saw it go up to $610. I was like, all right, this is finally going to start to pump. It did pump, went to 700 something, went back down to $585. It's like $625 now. But so what is going to hurt less? If you buy a bunch of Wonder Woman and then Eddie Riso shoots up and it's like, okay, well, now I can't get it, and you're priced out of it. Or is it going to hurt more if you buy that Eddie Riso and then for whatever reason, Dr. Prophet says he has 100, so he decides to liquidate 20 of them. Is that something that you decide that, hey, I bought it at like 13, 14,000 and now it's down to 10,000. Again, short term. Long term, I think we all know where that's going. For me, I have one Wonder Woman and I have two Eddie Rissos. Would not have it any other way. But again, that's me. And Kobe Collect says, my guy Randy, how you doing tonight? We eating, staying hydrated. I had some good stuff. What's going on? It says, talk to me. I'm also wearing some cat pants. It's Taco Cat Space Pants. So those are always fun. And we got Musty Pustis says, brought Corsica earlier today for $300 and it's $399. Not bad, not bad. Dude, that's insane how people are just like, with a click of a button, just like, I made $90 today. No big deal. Just click the button. 30 seconds worth of work. I love that. This is the 49 gold rush. This is California in 1949. Everybody coming in. We're all finding gold. We're all making it rich. We don't have to do anything. We just buy it, set it, and forget it. I think somebody that comes in right now, they spend $10,000 on whatever it is. Let's say they have $11,000, and they buy a Todd and they buy an ultra rare Spider-Man. They're set. They're set. A Todd and ultra rare Spider-Man, let's say, costs about 10.5, 10.4K, whatever. You do that. That's you're gonna make like 50K next year. It's gonna be a lot. And you're just doing that from 10K. And how? Well, the Todd is probably going to be 20, 30K. The ultra rare Spider-Man, if the secret rare is at 100K plus, Spider-Man could be at 25. Yeah. And that's more than most people make in a year. Get an extra 40K. John Toe says, I got one set, bro. Nice. What? At least you got one. It's more than some others. Dustin Thompson says, what's the best hypothetical NFT burn incentive to you? Not going to like my answer. It's that there's enough sickos in this world that don't care about money and they just want to watch the world burn. That might be true. I think instead of getting points, that they say, if they say, or here's something else. I have 40 common alligator Lokis. If I burn like 15 of them or 20 of them, let's say if I burn half of the ones that I have, then I get number 27 or 19. If I can get a sub 40, that would be really cool. Yeah, the first people to start again, you would probably have to burn like 100 of them to get that, which I don't know if that's worth it. Because 10 of them would be 400. Yeah, I mean $4,000 to get a sub. Yeah, maybe it is. I don't know. Yeah, not 100% sure. But I think something like that would be a hypothetical NFT burn incentive. Robert Desmond Warner says, got CPT Carter. Oh yeah. Actually, Captain Carter is a really good one. And I say this because Captain Carter will most likely be in the movies, the female version of her. Because she was in Marvel Mighty's What If, and she survived. But she did survive in a universe that had a Black Widow, and we do not have her. She's a 220. All right, so let's say out of 6,000, so there's less than 5% of her on the market. None of these are 3-digit. Oh wow, none of these are 3-digit. Go up all the way to 260, 270, 290, 300, and there's no 3-digit ones. So that is interesting. 220, let's say it's a rare. It says 12. Let's say 1320 for the sub 100s. And you actually get, you get a couple. You can get a couple of sub 100s for under what I think it should be. Cheapest one being number 92 for $849. But I think 64 for $1311 is actually the most properly rated. It's the cheapest one you can get for that. And then, but there's no sub 50s that are going to be worth it. 85. Yeah. I think if you're getting something sub 100 of her, under 1,000, it's a pretty good deal. And there's 4 of those right now. Just my opinion. Moving on. And Split says, appreciate your breakdown. Thank you so much. The Doge Pack says, holy cow, Bitcoin dropping. What's up, brother? Agree about the program. So again, yesterday when the Fed went and they said, hey, we should expect the interest rates to increase sooner. 41,000. I'm buying some. I am buying some. Could be good, could be bad. But I will make a decision here. And this decision could be good or bad. But I have... So in the time that I bought $500 worth of Bitcoin, it went down even lower. Down to 491. I mean... So on Friday, we were at 48,000. And then we dipped to 43. Now we're at 41. What could we go down to? I don't know. But if you go in the month, we were at 51,000 not too long ago. Honestly, I might take some of these and I might buy some OMI if I can. But the fees are going to be ridiculous. It's not even going to be that much. But let's take a look at what OMI is doing. And whatever that goes to, we'll see. We'll go to the Bit4X. But again, when the Fed comes out and they say, hey, we're going to increase, what do you call it, the interest rates probably a little bit before ever. OMI down to 5.3. OMI down to 5.3. Could we go even lower? Could we go even lower? If we go down below like 5, if we go to like 4.8, I'll try to buy some more. I'll ask a buddy of mine, like, hey, give me your Bitcoin address. I'm gonna send you some Bitcoin, and we're gonna get some OMI. I mean, again, I made this thing the other day where also I think the Fed talked about selling some bonds as well. You know, the like multi-trillion-dollar portfolio. They were gonna sell some bonds, and so needless to say, you had Bitcoin whales and everyone's like, hey, you know, let's cause a knee-jerk reaction to this and let's dump and, you know, cause everybody else to panic. And they are. Can't blame them. I mean, I'm buying the dip. You see, I just bought the dip. Now I'm going to transform this into OMI in a couple of days. Actually, I will ask a buddy of mine, right meow. Oh yeah. Send me your Bitcoin address, please. So this should get me about maybe like 70,000 OMI, give or take. And that'll get me to 116.5 million, which is great. So we got William Coulter saying, you big stud. Tandle was here this week. Oh, why didn't you call me, bro? Tandle. So me and William Coulter used to work together, and he's a buddy of mine, good buddy. And our friend Tandle, who I used to sit next to, the office we worked at, he was like my work husband. We love him. William Coulter, this one's for you. Patreon member shout out. Sorry, girl, but you missed out. Well, tough luck, that boy's mine now. We are more than just good friends. This is how the story ends. Too bad that you couldn't see the man that boy could be. Shout out to you, William Coulter. So yeah, I will. Oh my God, why can't I? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get a couple more, maybe another like 70,000 OMI to bring me up to 116.5 million. Where was I beforehand? Dope says, rumor is there's going to be a Randy bit in the next Puddin' Cheeks video. Oh my God, is there? If there's going to be a Randy bit in the next Puddin' Cheeks video, I would be totally elated. That would be like too wonderful. He mentioned like all the great things. He mentioned Fish. He mentioned that's a Brock McBlockchain, the McBread Cat thing. He airdrops stuff all the time. He mentioned the a really interesting worksheet that he has with math and blockchain, just basically saying, okay, you know what? I can figure out how much gems were put into the app based on X, Y, and Z. And it's bananas. Okay, go watch Pudding Cheeks' video. It's insane. Michael Perella says, if on a budget, do you think common, uncommon, or rare Spider-Man is worth buying? Yes. First appearance, yes. Dr. Wolfdog says, what's your monthly overhead, Randy? Just bare minimum survival. I'm trying to buckle down and not waste money on anything other than OMI and collectibles. I spend less than $10 a day on food. And the rent is $1,400 a month. That's the big one. But that's pretty much, the rent is pretty much paid for by YouTube. The fridge is really helpful, and I have to change this now because I have 6 people on the family and friends tier, and that's if the family and friends tier is just if, like, let's say today I woke up and I had to do the live stream, for the drop. So I could not answer YouTube comments until afterwards. So, and I had to sleep beforehand. So there was like a 10 to 12 to 14 hour window where I was not answering YouTube comments. I wasn't answering Twitter messages. I was not that. So I always answer YouTube comments. Twitter and Instagram and everything else is kind of on the back burner. But if somebody has like a question and they want to know right away, that's where the family and friends tier comes in. And that tier comes in, it's $100 a month, but you get a number to text and it's forwarded to my phone. And that really helps with the bills as well. Because the phone bill is not even $100. The car insurance is not, I think that I actually only pay once every 6 months. Because that's how I do it. But it's really just food and protein. Like, it's bare minimum. The bills are a lot less than $3K. It's like $2K a month, give or take. Yeah, I don't go out and do crazy stuff anymore. I could, or I used to when I was, and also every Monday I get like $200 because of the high risk lending business that I used to work in. I still get paid for that. So not that much anymore. When I first retired, it was like $6,000 a week. I was like, hey, and now it's a lot less. But I have to change that now because I'm getting a lot of text messages. There's a lot of people doing that. That takes a lot of my day. So I have to change it. Those guys will still stay. They'll be grandfathered in. I'll change that to the grandfathered in thing. And the next one will be, I don't know, it'll be like $250 or whatever. So Director Wolfdog, that is how I pay my bills. And then some of it comes from my savings if need be. Nick Brett says, I don't think you'll be able to take clothes off. Just switch to different seasonal/festive clothing accessories. Okay, so you mean like instead of taking it off and putting it on someone else, you could be like, okay, instead of being festive, now you're not festive. You're just normal Deadpool or normal Groot. I can see that. Good call. Peter says, yo, Randy, that guy who wanted to sub 1,000 Todd, what is his offer in USDT? Message me, Peter VDB, because he said 6,500. 6,500. And Peter VDB messaged me on Twitter. He wanted 6,500. And M, you messaged me as well. Lori Brenner says, any idea why the Batman Who Laughs is the first appearance? The Todd is the only other Batman first appearance. I don't know. Just a different Batman. I think it's probably just because different Batman, different origin story. But don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. S4NJ1 says, because that's the Joker in different multiverse and is actually a fusion of Joker and the Batman. Okay, there you go, S4NJ1. Nasara Gasara says, all Series 2 Powerpuff Girls collectibles will be nearly impossible to get. Would you believe I used to have 3 hymns? His Infernal Majesties. Yes, I used to. I just saw William Coulter's thing down there. It says Chosen is gonna help LaRusso. Anyone that likes Karate Kid or Cobra Kai, comment down below because those are great. Let me get back up to the comments that I was at over here. I'm almost down there. When one says, "Good day, Randy. Good day, good day." Zane says, "Do you think the Christmas themes will hurt Groot and Deadpool long term?" I think because we'll probably be able to take their clothes off, or at least switch them from festive to non-festive. I don't think so. Nick Brett says, "I'm just trying to play a Veve Racers mini game, basically Mario Kart, but you can use the Veve collectibles as your driver, and Veve can make some cool brand cars you can choose from." That would be great. And they did say they want to make some vertically integrated IP, like Veve, tables, Veve whatever, Veve carts. That would be awesome. That'd be epic. Jordan756 says, "Cat Bronson or Superman?" Superman all the way. Kurt says, "Thanks, brother. Always appreciate your insights. No problem." Yeah, Nick Brett says Superman as well. Nick Brett says, "Whales playing fluctuating games, seeing what collectibles the common masses people will jump on." Yeah. I love cats, but yeah, not doing that. Whippers Ron says, "Volatility of new asset class is opportunity of a lifetime. But when do you think prices will level off?" I think some of them have a little bit right now. I think they have. S4NJ1 says, "Superman has so much room to pump." Yeah, I think so too. It'll probably be 4K before summer. Only Player One says, "If I go crazy, then will you still call me? If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman?" Oh, such a good song. Nick Brett says, "Carter is a mighty and what if, so I don't know if the value will really pump. Plus, I think only a rare, but yeah, she is only rare. Granted, she is a one collectible to complete the set type of collectible. She will hold some value, but wouldn't expect a massive pump, in my opinion." It's a good point. She's not a giant statue, but again, neither is Wonder Woman, and Wonder Woman's got like 50, like almost 60% higher mints than Captain Carter. Now, granted, it's Wonder Woman, and Captain Carter is like who? So I get it. But Wonder Woman's basically a Marvel mighty. There's not anything crazy with her. But people still like her. Yeah, that's a good point. I have all the Marvel sets, and again, she'll probably be in the movies. So that's just my reasoning. Mr. LG says, "What's your only average price?" I have zero idea. I bought literally like everywhere. So I have zero idea. And William Coulter with that $5 super chat says, "You big stud. Tandle is here this week. I love Tandle. Tell Lou, wearing his shirt, make Long Island emo again. Tell him if he wants to rent out space on my fridge, he can totally do so." Homie says, "Let's freaking go." Arm says, "Randy, please watch someone called BC Backer. He analyzes previous cycles, and I've used his analysis with OMI, and works for me. Bitcoin should retrace to roughly 36K-ish, and then alt season should begin." That'd be amazing. I'd buy more at 36,000. That'd be great. Actually, let me get a picture of that. Okay. And Homie Mike Jack says, "Hope you're doing good, Randy. I am doing the best that I can. And I'm going to, right now, oh God, I'm going to buy some more Bitcoin. I'm going to buy another $100 worth of Bitcoin. And then I'm going to, all right, confirm on the blockchain, Done. Okay, so now I have a little bit more money. Right? Why does it only say 491 still? Why does it only say 491? All right, I got a super chat from Cy Knox says, "Big dip in OMI. Let's go." I'm trying to buy more. Right now. But I don't have it. I don't have it here. It's not letting me. I have my friend's address. Okay, I'll let that go for a second. I'll get back up here. Bilal Khalid says, "Is DeLorean Common a good long-term hold?" I have it. I sold most of my sets outside of Marvel. So yeah. Again, I have it. Am I going to expect it to pump? I don't know. I got it because I like cars. I like the DeLorean. And Will Calder says, "Chosen is going to help LaRusso." Dude, I can't wait. I can't wait. Dude, Cobra Kai was so good. I binged that literally in under 24 hours. Mostly Posted says, "Do you think now's a good time to sell Corsica or wait till Murmacorno's 2 season drops?" Season 2. I already sold it, so I don't know. I would say if you have a profit on it and you want to put it into other stuff, it might not be a bad idea. How much Bitcoin? So 588. All right, sending, yes, priority to external wallet. All right. So a buddy of mine is gonna get like $550-ish worth of Bitcoin, and then he's gonna get me some OMI. Get me some OMI. That'll only be like maybe like 70-ish, 80,000, give or take, but it's all I need. Bible College says at Randy's Deloitte. Oh, Dirt, just read that on a budget. Dan K says I have a 1906 Todd or 1905. He wanted the 3-digit. Giovanni Day says people are finally raising the floor of Low Mint Heroes Edition. Nice. Anthony Cervantes says just scooped up 6969 Common Voltron for 20 over floor. You got the nicest one. 6969. Everyone comment nice down below for that. And Synox, thank you so much for telling me that I have a big dip in OMI with a super chat, because those are really good. Some people that really do have interesting thoughts on Twitter is at Hey David Don, and then you also have at EQ_crypto and at NotStarHelix and at Wet Wizard Veve have really good thoughts on the Twitter. Omihoy Mike says, what's your thoughts on Amazing Spider-Man number 252? I did not try for it. I'm not trying for it. Rarity is one thing, but the comic is okay. I would much rather get another Fantastic Four number 5 or Amazing Spider-Man number 1 or or Fantastic Four number 1. Fantastic Four number 1 would be probably the best. How do you buy OMI? So there just YouTube how to buy it. I can't. I send it to a buddy of mine. I send Bitcoin to a buddy of mine. He buys it and then he sends it to one of my trust wallets. That's pretty much it. Double C says nice, the double lick. Oh god, there's a bunch of things over here. Daniel Marquez with the comment, thank you. Chris Kells says, Clooney Batman or Superman at the same price? Probably the Superman is what I would do. Arm says, with exchanges like Ascendex and OKEX, Bit4X is generally what people do. Matt Mara says, yo, secret rare prediction for drop on Saturday? Like $1,000 maybe? I don't know. It's the only Murmurcorno secret rare. All the rest have just been ultra rares. And it looks cool. Like, it looks cool. The other ones, they look okay. But this one looks, it's sleek. It's gray. It looks cool. It looks pretty legit. Jeremy Olsen has just bought 2 Ben Reilly Spider-Man a couple days ago and doubled my money. Is it a good time to sell those to get ultra rare zombie Spider-Man? Thanks. Oh me. I don't know. Let me take a look at the. Wait, you want the ultra rare zombie Spider-Man? Let me see here. The ultra rare zombie Spider-Man. $539. This was at $390 like a week ago, so it has already gone up a bit. But less than 5% are out there. And it is a Spider-Man, so I don't think people would dump. I think this is something that people would hold. Long term, it's not a bad idea. Short term, I don't know. But, after you take profits long term, you can go to AfroDroidLegends.com or YouStayGlassy.store, and you can get stuff there too. But that's long term. The short term, I'm not. Zombie Hunter Spider-Man is in my opinion, a good long-term hold. But any of these Spider-Man is it the Ben Reilly. The only thing that it really has is just that there's so few of them. There's only 616. Again, 616, as in our universe. It's finally up to 6,600 again. It was down to like 5K. It was up to 8,800. So we know, I saw somebody buy one for 8,300. So we know what people are willing to do as far as pay for it. But I think some people, again, some people are taking some profit right now if they have doubles. Now, the issue why I kind of shot myself in the foot is I don't really sell any of these, at least the Marvel ones. I have a second Eddie Russo Batman, that I bought for 72.50. Actually, it might show me. Yeah, 72.85 I bought it for. It's 13.2 right now. Made a couple grand on it. And there's 69 available on the market. I would say, this is hard. This is a hard one. People are taking profit because something big might be announced. I mean, when the last drop of the year is a serial killer's painting and the first drop is Mermicorno Season 2, they know what they're doing. Like, they want it to be... I think they want to shake walls, like break down the walls of Jericho for the next drop, like the next major drop. I would love it if it was like a Lion King or something like that. I think you have winners with the Ben Rileys, but by all means take profit. I don't know which one of those would be better. Honestly, if you can get an ultra rare Peter Parker Spider-Man. Mike Jackson says, Mickey animated ultra rare or Superman? Probably Superman. That's what I would do. Matt Mars says, well, this drop on Saturday go below retail. Some of them might, and I made a video before saying that if they do go below retail, I'll buy some. Because I would... Things going below retail, I think is... They can only go below retail for so long. The one thing that's like a major culprit is Holiday Groot. Holiday Groot is the common right now, or the common is they're $29. Now I remember buying Alligator Loki commons for $28, $32, and now because I charge them for my fridge, they're at retail. They're $40 now. But the Groot is the one that is most. Again, when we have millions of people. And let's say, 100,000 kids want a Groot. It's really not that bad for a parent to be like, all right, I'll give you $30 for a Groot. I'll spend $30 for your Groot. So I think that... Oh, good. Cash out withdrawal was done. So, and again, there's 28,000 of him, so there's a lot. But there's only 30... Or there's 3,000-ish on the drop. Or on, and I got number 51 for $400. I was very proud of that. You can get it, but like honestly, getting a sub 100, a number 85 for $249, is really not bad. That is not bad. There's a couple of these sub 100s that I might also get as well. Because again, there's 28,000 of those, but there's only 59 of the sub 100s. As says OMI to dump to 0.004 as it follows Bitcoin's retrace to the 30s. 0.0048 or 0.0040. I don't think this goes to 40. That's very, very low. Synog says, if we're in the bear market, are you going back to work, Randy? No. I'd have to delay taxes for a while. I actually would have to set up a payment plan. I don't know. Because I'm finally starting to get a little bit of profit here, and as long as I keep working here, and I, make like 7 to 8 hours of content a day, I can be in the black. I make a combination of videos and live streams and renting this out. Yeah. I'm pretty confident that I could do that. But again, and I made the argument the other day why a bear market would be good for us, because we would burn if we're in a bear market and we go to like 0.002, we will burn through the circulating no, we will burn through the whole reserve wallet in 1 year. And what do they have to do? Well, they have to go and they have to top off some OMI. They have to buy it from the circulating supply. And we're going to have OMI to NFT. If we have OMI to NFT while we're at like 0.002, I'll sell everything. I will sell because that's lunacy. That's insane to be able to get that, why? Because we're already so high. And to go down to 0.002, whatever. Yeah. Sell it, dude. Bet the freaking ranch. Bet the house. I feel like this is like, back in the day, like old school, like UFC that Joe Rogan talks about. He's like, yeah, there's this fighter that's coming in from Russia, and that dude's a murderer, and nobody else knows about him, and he's about to fight someone. Bet the freaking house on him. When you already know the thesis of the company hasn't changed. They continue to have one of the best leaderships. They're continuing to be absolutely disruptive. They're so innovative in what they're doing. They're vertically integrated. I would not have my money with anyone else. The thesis of the company hasn't changed. They clearly have no demand issues where all of these drops sell out immediately. I honestly hope, part of me hopes that we do have a bear market so that I can go and just buy another, 50 million, buy another 50 million OMI. So that this way I get another $50 million in 5 years. Fine with me. Delayed gratification, baby. Yeah. Sell at that point. Sell everything for OMI, because again, we'd have OMI to NFT, and a bunch of the circulating supply would go out. That would be nuts. But that being said, I don't think we're in a bear market. I think this is just a whiplash, is overreaction from what the Fed said the other day. Matt Mars says Decon Eve price rocketing. Look out. Yeah, they had said that she had she was going to have a physical collectible going with her as well. Jeremy Olsen says yes. Adego says, let's say you own a Catwoman DeLorean, first appearance of 2021. Hold. The edition number probably won't matter. But the Catwoman, the first appearance Catwoman. Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh, you didn't say Catwoman. Common DeLorean. Again, the edition number, whatever. I think cars will be big in the Vveverse. Giovanni Day says, I'd imagine OMI will spike up a little tomorrow if any good news about Phase 3 and AMA. Again, the people that are listening to the AMA are mostly going to be us. And if you're already us, you already are very bullish on OMI. You should be. And it doesn't really matter what happens in the AMA. Why? Why doesn't it matter? Well, it doesn't matter because we all know where this is going. Either we have some good news and we're going to be on exchanges next month, or we have some bad news and we have to wait until Q2 to be on exchanges. I doubt we would have to wait until even March, but let's just say for this example, we just have to wait another couple months. We have a long time here, guys. It won't kill us. MEZ says, Randy, what time is the AMA tomorrow, and is it on YouTube? Dan Lee said he would be going live for the AMA. I will be going live after the AMA. It's at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Perfect. Micah Saunders says, what do you think about Common Storm? Heard she's going to be in Black Panther 2. She probably will be. And she's the first X-Men on our app. Probably a reason for that. And she's going to be Black Panther in one of the comics. Like, she's actually going to be Black Panther, which is nuts. Which makes sense. She was, she's trained with Wolverine, and she was trained by T'Challa, and, they were married once, so she is very good at martial arts. She's very capable. I mean, she's no T'Challa, but, she's very capable. Again, I have 5 secret rare. I only have 1 ultra rare, but I have 2 rare, and one of the rares is number 69. Paid $600 for that. Kurt says, Wolverine Randy versus Deadpool Randy, who wins? Well, they can both regenerate. I'd say Deadpool is probably a little smarter, has a little more endurance, but Wolverine is most likely the better fighter, just because he's been around for so long and he's been all over the world, speaks more languages. Yeah, probably Wolverine, in my opinion. I don't know, though. Deadpool's really smart. People do not give him credit. Matt Mars, Secret Rare Spider-Man or 2 Waltz? What will win in the long run? Probably Secret Rare Spider-Man. Winky Jones says, buy this dip, boys. I did. Learn at Home Music says, I've heard you mention Pi before. What do you think of the project? I've been mining for a while, around 1,300 so far. Nice. I mine every day. I got a lot. I can't wait until finally able to get something for it. I'm excited. Only Player One says, patience pays. It does, man. It does. Giovanni says, T, I hear you on that. God's Entry says, the time is on our side. It is. MBZ says, appreciate it. No problem. Giovanni Days has been holding since March. Been this long already. Don't mind waiting a little longer. Same. Crazy Dan 420 says, hey Randy, how's it going? You can transfer me one of those common Loki Gator for that crypto domain if you want. I still haven't got it yet. I don't know why. But if you need, I'll give you gems or funds for it. But we'll figure it out at some point. Matt Mars says, is it illegal to bot on Veve? Yes. Crazy Dan 420 says, I think today's Hulk comics are undervalued as there's only 10,000 editions. Comics and Crypto puts that at a sell. And they're very smart. But anyway, guys, that's it for me. I've gone about 2 hours, and I do need to do an escrow deal. So everyone check out Star Helix, Kyle Willson, Wendy Stibalis, Golden Assets, Puddin' Cheeks, and Veve Las Vegas on YouTube. And check out at EQ_crypto, at Not Star Helix, and at Wet Wizard Veve on the Twitter. But also, got a little extra funds. Go to AfroDroidLegends.com or YouStayGlassy.store and shop around. But also, somebody that is a pioneer in this industry, that is the first person to rent out my freezer space at HeyDavidDon on Twitter. Very, very good. Should I cop a Mickey hat or R2D2? If it's between those two, I would go for R2 because I like them better. Chris says, thanks, Randy. Take care. Chris says, thanks for the stream, dude. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you guys. Bye. Meow. Thank you all for the super chats. I love you. Meow. 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 Meow.